Just have a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This is Seminyak, and we're on the beach. Perfect, 25 degrees, beautiful breeze. It's just absolutely perfection. And what I want to say is, if you really want a lot of love, come to Southeast Asia. It's like this all over, really. Places I've been anyway. And because the people, especially Bali and the Philippines especially, because they speak English there, basically the people so much love. Okay? It's the life is more about relationships and communication with people, and communication is life. So dead people don't speak, do they? Right, so the more you communicate, the more life you have. Usually all the great people in the world are great communicators, meaning they have a lot of life in them because they communicate. Right, and these people love to communicate. You can basically meet a waiter or a waitress or whatever if they're not working. You know, if there's nobody else around. You come here in the daytime, it's hardly anybody. I'll sit there with a coconut and I'll talk to a waiter or waitress for an hour. You know, they'll just stay there and talk to you. And pretty much like that in the Philippines as well. And that's wonderful. You wouldn't see that in Australia. I had a restaurant in Australia a couple of years ago, and my waitresses and waiters would, as soon as there's no customers, bang straight on to their mobile phones. You know, there was no dishes to wash or anything like that. What else could you get them to do? So that's the problem with the West. So many people on their phones and all that, whereas here it's just so much more communication amongst these people. For a start, a lot of them can't even afford phones. They're very humble people. It's not egotistical. It's not all about driving for materialistic things. As I said, it's more about relationships with these people. So they're more in the present and they get joy in talking to people. Whereas in the West, there's that paranoia or that, what do you want from me, that distrust sort of thing. Look, I don't want to make a friend out of you because it might break up eventually, and that doesn't exist here, right? You know, it doesn't exist. People just so cool, relaxed, chilled. There's no sort of that sort of distrust sort of stuff going on here. Generally speaking, probably is people like that somewhere, but mate, big ready smiles. Yeah, humbleness. That's the main word that you get here is the humbleness of these people. It's just unbelievable, man. And so I said the basis of love is communication. Love is not possible without communication, right? Because you stop communicating, the other person becomes less real, right? You know, they're no longer in your mind, so there's no love. And you know what happens when you fight and you stop talking with each other, your partner, it just, hate builds up, you know. So what I'm saying here, that people are just so relaxed, you can talk to anybody, right? Old, young, it doesn't matter. They'll talk to you, you know, it's unbelievable. And so I can say, if you can make it go right to move here even, you can just holiday, that's great. But if you can move here, the West, it's getting worse. It's not like when I was growing up in the West. It's changed dramatically. It's become more materialistic, and it's the way it is. A lot more bills. The bills have increased dramatically for rents and taxes and all that, interest rates, all these sorts of things. That makes people more tense and angry and more insulated. Like I said, here I'm paying $600 a month for a place that would be $4,000 in Sydney, at least three and a half in Melbourne, Perth, Brisbane, Adelaide, etc. So, as I said, kebabs $2.20, $16 in Australia. Mate, yeah, so it's much cheaper to live here. The people are friendlier, the weather's better. What else can you say? The only thing is you got to get the right visa, because you have to leave the country every couple of months, because yeah, you have to go on visa runs, but there's about 12 different visas you can get. So yeah, just investigate that. There's a channel called What's Up Bali that goes over that. But anyway, I'll leave it there. So thank you very much, and sayonara and thumbs up.